Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Elizabeth. I'm a divine channeler, medium, remote spirit extractor, white witch, and divine alchemist. And I also happen to be a divine twin flame on the path to reunion. Welcome, everyone. I'm sorry I wasn't able to record over the weekend. I was spending time with my mom. And I hope that, the time spent with your mom was a wonderful time. I know that the circumstances, it's very difficult. We have to do everything in the cyber way, right? But you know what? We're doing the best we can, just being able to stay unified, stay positive. So I hope that Mother's Day was a good one for you. Couple of announcements before I start, and I think it's important to kind of share what my services are and, what may be speaking to you, what may be something that you're guided to do. But I am a reader, so I do personal readings. They're very detailed. They're very unique. I work as a psychic medium and a divine channeler, as I spoke about. And these readings can benefit anyone. So yes, I'm on the divine twin flame path, and I do have plenty of clients who are twin flames. I'm able to work with twin flames very, very well. And when we talk to the higher beings of light, they bring through a lot of very specific information in regards to the past, how to heal the past, what your life purpose is, extra confirmation if you're not sure about your journey or not sure if you're a beloved. And it's fantastic, and it's helped so many people. But I'm also a reader for anyone who I'm guided to read for. So if you do know somebody, or if you are someone watching this who is not on the twin flame path, but you are opened up to the spiritual and you're really looking for answers, searching for answers, I'm here. I'm here. I could be able to speak to your team, your spiritual team, and I will reveal whatever is priority. So they'll take me through a lot of different subject areas, and I know it will be exactly what you need at the time that you need it. And you can find out more about that on the paranormalpriestess.com. All my services are there. I'm also a remote spirit extractor. This work that I do is extremely specialized. It's not like how anyone does it in the world that I know of. It's all done via the light body travel, using the gifts that I have, the divine innate gifts. I was able to truthfully be able to uncap so many of these innate gifts going back from ancient times, and it is certainly my mission to be able to clear out really negative interferences, dark attachments, possessions. I usually take care of the worst of the worst. A lot of times when, someone's going through something that's extremely severe, they'll try to clear it themselves. I've even had clients where they've called in Catholic priests. This is nothing against organized religion in any way, please know that. But it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to bring it to a resolution, and it gets very, very scary and very dangerous very quickly. And I'm that remote, extractor that comes in and basically removes out all the bad guys, removes out all their negative energies, because it's never just one thing either. There's a lot of things, and it's a really very detailed and very complex process where I'm removing out all types of negative energies that are within someone's soul fields or energy fields. And it's been helping lots of people. I am actually starting this work back up. Sometimes, if you've been watching the channel, I'll stop and go with it, because it really depends on what's going on cosmically, where, it might not be safe enough for me to travel. I work very closely, especially with Archangel Michael, with this work, and he is allowing me to step back and to do it. But as usual, it's going to be about scanning a case, seeing if it's in the highest good to step in. So the only way of really knowing is if you inquire about it. So you could inquire about any of my services on the paranormalpriestess.com and just go to my contact page, email me, and I will let you know. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there. So I'm here as that reader, and I'm also here as that clear for those who find themselves in, really dark situations. Okay, the messages that I'm going to be sharing today, they really have to do with what the full moon brought in. And we just had a super full moon in Scorpio, really intense energies there. And lots of changing and lots of closing of doors. What really happened here with this Scorpio moon is it just brought in this intensity, not only the sexual energy, but certainly the sexual energy that comes in and that's connected to Scorpio energy. So that was certainly, we were able to perceive that. But the Scorpio energy for that full moon also was just a perfect time to bring in banishing what no longer serves you, releasing things and closing the doors on what no longer serves. And I really can say, like, that's really what the theme was there, is closing off big closures, huge closures, since we had the super moon, the moon being the closest to the earth. And those who were still in karmic situations, this is what's coming up. Especially if you are on the twin flame journey, for example, and say you are a divine feminine who was watching this video, you may be, or you may be the divine masculine. But whoever was or is, we'll say, the more awakened twin, okay, what I'm really getting for that awakened twin right now is to really not get yourself into a place of worry or attachment, okay? So we have a lot of forward movement happening for those who are on the twin flame journey, but if you are the more awakened twin, you've been on this for some time, you've been going through a lot of healing and cleansing, been very proactive with your journey, this is the time now to really just stay very grounded, very centered, very balanced, and just take in what Spirit has to offer you. Okay, when we say Spirit, Source, God, Goddess, Lord, Lady, the universe, however you would like to name that. But it's truthfully, I'm getting this as a time of really very strong introspection. It is for both parts, I have to say, both masculine and feminine. We have Scorpio with the intuition, right? And it really is about just going within and being able to tune into what's there. Quiet time, just allowing Spirit to impress upon you and just taking account what's coming up. What are you feeling? What are you seeing? What symbols are you getting? Are there things that are coming up about your life that are not feeling like they're serving you anymore? Are there people who are no longer serving you? Guarantee with the Scorpio moon, it brought in a lot of that clarity, super moon about what no longer serves, who no longer serves you. It was just very, very, very clear. So, for instance, for those who are still going through karmic lessons, karmic situations, karmic partnerships, perhaps there was a hanging on there. Perhaps, you as the person was holding on, trying to force things to work, trying to, just stay with what felt comfortable. Or perhaps, there was a karmic partner and they were trying to hold on and they were trying to do the best they can to force this to work and try to manipulate the situation and, whatever the case may be. And it's like, wow, it's like a whole entire just huge light just got shed on the situation where clarity was able to be received on that. And with that clarity, I have to say, I really get the sense from this moon, there's just no going back. It's really led so many to making decisions, and not just wishy-washy decisions, or go, oh, I know this is not good for me, I'm going to end this, and then it's back on the rat wheel again, so to speak, or reeled back into the situation, or reeled back in with that particular karmic person. I don't get it like that. I really get it as there's a finality that's here that's really, really important of, I am never going back to this situation. I am never going back to this person, to these patterns. It's about the patterns. It's about the patterns and those thought patterns and beliefs that have been carried for so long. And there wasn't a realization that those thought patterns were attracting this particular cycle, right? So it's the ending of a cycle. So, let me know if that's how you're receiving it, because that's definitely how I'm receiving that. There was a surety there of, okay, I am done with these cycles, with these patterns. I am ready to embrace the new. And I have to say, for the divine masculines, I really get that they are receiving that courage. Archangel Michael is helping out the divine masculine collective majorly with the throat chakra. Okay, the feminines are having this too. Remember, you are clearing and balancing the same chakras at the same time. You are merging back into one. Hence why you are feeling each other so much more. You're having the telepathy emotionally. You're having the mental telepathy. A lot of times you'll feel your partner's energy or what they're going through manifest physically within your body, certain pains within the body, the spine, the stomach. There was a huge solar plexus clearing out actually during the Scorpio full moon. That's for sure. So if you have been feeling things like bloating or stomach cramps, just not being able to digest food well, whatever the case may be, there is a huge emphasis in that area. Both the solar plexus, I have to say, and the throat chakra. Archangel Michael has been helping, especially the divine masculines, have the courage and bravery to take chances. That's how I'm also getting it with this moon energy. So they have maybe had their thoughts about coming forward to the divine feminine with thinking, well, it might be the same situation. I might find myself wrapped in the same situation, the same patterns that I've had with all the rest. And what happens if that happens again? And what happens if I experience this type of pain again? I don't know if I can go ahead and take that chance again. It's all that fear. It's that cycle from the past. And Michael is really helping them to have that confidence, that clarity within them to be able to speak their truth from a confident place, to realize that it isn't the same with their counterpart. It's not the same dynamic whatsoever. It's not going to be the same situation whatsoever. It was those patterns, that karmic cycle, that really needed to be cleared and needed to be closed. That's what needed to be done. And that's where, again, I get that finality there of the divine masculines just making those decisions of, I am ready to move forward. I am going to be like that fool card, if you will, and step off that mountain and take a chance and, taking that one step and see where it leads. And I'm willing to let go and surrender and allow and see where it goes, because that's where my heart is leading me. And I am not going to be afraid anymore. I realize now what my patterns have been. I realize what my accountability is. I realize now that I'm responsible for my own beliefs, my own thoughts. And I realize now that I've attracted those former very difficult situations personal-wise. They're realizing that. That's what the masculines are realizing, feminine. And for you, feminine, now I'm very aware of this because I read so many of the feminine, but I'm getting some divine masculines who are stepping forward. The divine feminines are basically in this space where they're ghosting me. I'm not hearing anything. Are we even twins anymore? Does my masculine not want me anymore? Is this ever going to happen? I thought it was that. Maybe it's not that. And I get a lot of that. And let me explain something to you that hopefully will put you more at ease. When that sort of thing is happening, that is, I always talk about the crossroads and how important the crossroads is. But the crossroads, as we know from like the old religions with the crone and how the crone could be very, very scary. And just from a Wiccan perspective here, it's like Wiccan and Druid, which is very close. But it's really truthfully about like, wow, here's the crone energy, and I'm here now, and I'm afraid of what path to take. I'm not sure what path to take, and all my shadows are coming up. All the things that scare me are coming up, and I don't know how I'm going to move forward. I don't know if I'm going to be able to move forward. And that's when the crone steps in and takes you through that transformation that's just so crucial. And you gain that wisdom from the crone, that ancient wisdom, that wisdom within. The crone teaches you to tune in very, very strongly, to understand yourself more, have that stronger relationship with self. That's the only way that you're going to be able to align with your best self, is if you're tuning in and really cleaning house of what no longer serves you. And some of those things are very difficult to look at, as I've always talked about and often comes up in readings. Some of those things are just very traumatic for people. Things like childhood traumatic wounds, phobias, anxieties, panic disorders, always, consistently questioning oneself or thinking to yourself, I'm not good enough, nothing's ever good enough, that inner critic. I mean, a lot of those patterns and things. And so much of that, derives from family upbringing. Okay, it's ancestral patterns, as we've talked about. But the only way we can really get to the bottom of that is if we really, shut off those outward distractions, which is the perfect opportunities are now with the quarantine, with COVID-19. Despite everything that's horrifically going on right now, it's getting a lot of people to have more time with their own selves so they can reflect on things more and tune in where before they were more distracted, more on the go type of thing. But the crossroads is certainly very important. And what I'm bringing up here is about when it's quiet time, feminines, and you're not hearing from your masculine at all, and you're finding out perhaps they're ghosting you and things. They are feeling it. They are feeling you. Yes, they have the emotions. Yes, it's very, very intense. No, the journey is not over. It truthfully is that the masculines are really needing to tune in and really need to clean out all of those fears, those traumas, those cycles from the past. Okay? And it's for you, feminine, to understand that the more that you are tuning into yourself, and you are cleaning out some of the things from the past that are there, it's certainly going to help you, okay, step into your best version, but it's also going to help your masculine to be victorious coming through their transition. So I'm often asked in readings, is there anything that I can do for my beloved? And the answer to that is yes, absolutely, because everything that you do for yourself, okay, and on behalf of the energy of you both is going to help. You two are working as one, whether or not there's a physical communication as ghosting or whatever it is or not, you are still energetically working off one another, and you're never, ever, ever separated. That cord is there for eternity. Okay, so it's about working with the energy within and the energy between. But I have to say that the Scorpio, I'm tongue-tied today. The Scorpio moon really did bring through such significant endings and realizations. And I do also get that it brought in a lot of sense of peace for a lot of those who are the more awakened twin. Okay? So whether you are the feminine, whether you're the masculine, it has brought in such peace for some people. Where they're able to just relax and stay with the now and allow things to happen, and that you're feeling just this strong trajectory of everything, and you can't deny just how urgent it feels and how things are moving along. They're moving along quickly. For others, it's feeling more so of a little bit of a panic state where perhaps this is not meant. Things are not going to happen, and I'm not hearing from my beloved. Maybe they chose the partner over me, the karmic partner over me, and that's just the way it is. A lot of those fears, it's like what you don't know scares you. Well, I have to say, through the channelings that I've been doing, there's a lot that's going on in your beloved's space. So much, so many epiphanies. So if those breakups have not happened, if those divorces have not happened, or they're not finalized yet, or the situation is not completely over in the physical as of yet, please know that it is on its way to it from how I'm receiving it. Because the energy itself, that karmic lesson, it's done. The karma has been balanced. So many realizations. So keep very balanced and keep very just present and detached. I cannot say it enough, and the angels cannot say it enough, that you don't have to jump into the future or get yourself all entangled on how it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, why it's going to happen. Again, that's attachment. You don't have to wrap your head around all of those details and over focus on it. It's not in the highest good to do that. You don't want to put all your focus on that. You want to put all that focus on yourself, your strength, your mission, your purpose. Get your creative ideas in order. And if you're not sure about your purpose and you have some ideas, and maybe you are just feeling like you're floundering right now and just in a space of, I really don't know what would be best to focus on. There's someone here like me who could be able to definitely assist. Archangel Michael comes in very clearly when it comes to life purpose and really just getting it out in detail. We go into details in these readings. They're not wishy-washy readings. They're not readings where, okay, I got nothing out of this. And I'm not putting myself on any type of pedestal. I'm not like that. Never would be like that. All I have to say is that when we get the angelic communication, when we get this type of information from your guides, your team, it's specific. We put everything together. We connect all of those dots as to the beliefs, the thought patterns, repressed emotions, the things that are keeping you from moving forward and raising your vibe and frequency. We get to the bottom of it. So the readings that I do are definitely not readings where you're going to leave and go, okay, I don't know what that was. That didn't resonate. I didn't get anything out of that. And I just wasted $150. I'm going to kill myself. It's like, I'm being serious. Never ever have I ever had a client that's like, wow, I got nothing out of that and I wasted my money. So please know, if you are feeling guided, and only if you're guided, to reach out. I'm here. I highly, highly, highly recommend going with the hour. The 30 minutes, I am basically going to have that 30-minute as an extender option only, okay? So those who are looking to book, it's going to be about the hour, because 30 minutes, it isn't enough time. It's not. And we always need to extend it anyway. So it always ends up being an hour. Definitely get the hour, because we want to be able to cover everything. I send people home with, send people home. I email people, prayers, and rituals and things to also help after the reading. So we get into all the details, and then if I feel like there's something that would really help you, say transmuting energy, clearing your space and protecting yourself, meditative music, whatever it is, I'm able to basically give that to you, and so you can work on it and help shift the energy more. Okay, because just because you're conscious of something, you're aware of something, you still want to be able to know how to take those steps to be able to transform, release those things, heal yourself, and move forward where things are opening up. So another, thing that comes up too is, if you are someone who is looking for maybe not a reading, I'm also a spiritual guide as well. So some people just really need to be able to just speak about the spiritual or just share their story and be heard. I'm here for that too. I'm open to that. I realize that. And sometimes within my readings, it's not always just about, the channeling every single moment. I mean, so much of it is, but sometimes it's really also about that guidance, being able to hear someone out, be able to guide someone, and that's really, really important too. So I am available for that as well with the hour. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else other than that for the Scorpio moon. I think that's pretty much what I was getting here. And that cleansing of that old energy, of the negative energy, it was really just able to be felt in a huge, huge way. I mean, I have to say that. Let me know, how that went with the Scorpio full moon, and let me know if some of this has resonated with you. Feminine, do the best you can to just stay with yourself, stay with what you're here to do, surrender and accept, and know that your divine masculine is in a different place, a different space, and it's not going to be the same type of communication. It's not going to be the same type of thing that you went through that might have disappointed you or caused you pain. Absolutely not. Archangel Michael is there to call upon to clear the throat chakra, also help bring in confidence, bring in courage and bravery. You can ask that for yourself. You can ask that for your divine masculine, and he will certainly do that. Okay, and with that courage and bravery, we can all drive forward. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful. I hope this was supportive. Thank you, everyone who watched this video. The paranormalpriestess.com, how to get in touch with me to set up a service, or if you even want to just drop me a line and let me know how my work has been supporting you, that would be wonderful too. That's all through my contact page. From the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings, and take care, everyone. Much love. Bye-bye.